Okay, so once you have your views, your elevation plan and view, I'm not going to put in another view just yet. You want to be able to line this out as if it was a drawing sheet, really. So the first thing I'm going to show you actually is putting in a line. So up here on the tools bar, I pick line. I'm going to go down here and I want to line this up, say, to the bottom of the object. So you can see there's a kind of wee purple line, and I'm going to go well across here and then just take that across horizontally, and it would be just the same as if you were drawn on your standard sheet, and that should be exactly in line with the bottom of those guys there. So that would be your XY line. And then if you wanted to put another view over here, you want to put something over here like a section view, I'll show you that in a wee minute. So then I want to write things in, so I'll go to note. So when I have note, when I go to write something out there, you can see the default size there is 3.5 in the text height. Now I do find that that text height is a bit on the small side, so I'm just going to highlight that. I'm going to change it to 6, and then what I'll do is I'll go to my note. I'll just make sure I click out of that and then go shift, and I'll hold it down for writing in elevation. So that's okay. I click out of that and then it's ready for the note again. Now the next time the note is on, you see it goes to 3.5 automatically again. I'm just going to change that now. It gives me the option of the 6 because I've already used it on the sheet. And again, go for the shift and hit end view. And I'll do the same for plan. Now don't be too worried about where these are being dropped in, because you can always move these around afterwards to what looks the best. So plan, and then of course I'll just throw this in anywhere. I want to change that to 6 again, and I'll put in the letter X, and I'll come over this side, and I don't really care where I put that because I can move it afterwards, and go 6 again, and this Y. And just for the sake of it, what I'll do is I'll write in isometric, because it's a view that probably some people will use. If it ends up that it's too small, you can click it, change the size, and it'll automatically update that for you. And I'll put in section, and you can see I forgot to change the size here again. So if I highlight it, just click it down to the size that I want, and there's another one. There's a detail view, and I'll highlight that as well. So they're typical ones that are names that you might actually use in this here, and you can see that there. Just put it down. It's taken it down another line. If I drag that out, it changes that, so it makes it easier to move around. So escape. It's still in excuse me. It's still in the note, and I want to move some of these here as well too. So if you go into, say, the Y, you see the way there's a wee box around it. I can reduce the size of that box, which makes it a wee bit handier to move around, and I get it in line with that. Happy enough with that. And then say the X, same thing there too. You'll see that there is just a kind of too big of a box around that, and I'll move it down to it's in line with that. So now I have my XY line, a bit off to the side there. Now sometimes this can be a wee bit of an issue here where you have an elevation and end view and you want to get the line of them there fairly good. There is a broken line that you can use, or you can use, I'm just going to use the ordinary line here. And what I'll do is I'll draw the line along here, and it's really just about sight, what it looks, kind of looks good there. So you can see my elevation. I'm going to move it down, and I'm going to keep it left aligned to the object above, and that seems fairly good. As a wee bit, just a little bit higher than it. That's all right. Take the end view, and I'll move to do the same thing with it. Now that needs to come down just another wee fraction. It's very, very hard to get that just 100%. I'll settle for that. Now, what I might do here is I might just click on the line now and backspace, it will delete it. And if I want to move the two of them in the future here, what I can do is I can click the two of them. And if I say it's a wee bit too far away, I can move the two of them at the same time. And then I have no problem with the alignment issues with that. Because say maybe I might look at that now and say, God, I could do with taking that up a wee bit. And it's moved the line up, hasn't moved my letters. Move my letters. Now you see the way it's moving the two letters at the one time. I should have moved the two of them initially at the one time. Let's see, get that. I don't know why that's not playing ball for me here. That's the angle. I don't want 0 degrees in that. I'll move that. And then I can move the two of these at the one time, which I should have done with the XY line. And that's my views moved there. And that gives me a wee bit more room then to move my plan up and give the plan a wee bit more space as well too at the bottom where it's written. So that there's just writing in of the views, and I will show you in another video then what these section, isometric and detail type things might look like as well too in that view, and I'll show dimensions in the next one as well.